Well, alright folks, here in scavenging, Arizona, here we are on a Thursday scrapyard run adventure. Bit of a lighter load today in regards to steel, but you know, gotta keep the scrap train rolling, gotta keep everything going. So we're gonna be taking mainly steel and lights, and let's give you a little preview of some. I've been doing some little taking apart here of some things. Got me some little acorns, this tube calls them. And check this out, real quick. This was out of I think a humidifier. It was just some big piece of plastic. I broke it open, and it's a 3-pound chunk of brass, so not bad. A lot of Christmas lights, good amount of steel, and let's go to the back here. A little bit things that we're doing there. We're gonna chucking them in the truck, and I got one more question for my faithful, knowledgeable followers. In regards to this stuff here, I know there's stuff called short steel, prepared steel, HMS, etc. Are these what that's considered? If so, let me know. These all came out of the motors, gears, all of that stuff. So is this stuff HMS, or what would you call that? So let me know, and let's get you to load this thing up. Thanks. Alright folks, here let's do a quick wrap up here. We got it all loaded up here. Got, like I said, the steel, the wire, and we're also doing aluminum today. Getting a good amount of aluminum. Want to get that cleared out so we can go get more. So let's head down to the scrapyard and see what we're getting. Here we are at the scale. Let's see what we got going on here. 7,700. Well, all right, folks, scavenging Arizona, let's do a wrap up here on the tail of the tape. Not a bad day today. We had, let's see, 520 pounds of steel at 0.054 cents a pound for 28 bucks. Extruded aluminum, 451 at 50 cents a pound. 2 pounds, 12 pounds, 18 pounds, different types of aluminum, including cast, for a total of 84.94. Not bad at all. Let's start scrapping.
Here every night so it can fool him more.
Well, there you go, folks. We ain't gonna fool you no more. We're gonna go out scrapping. The farthest flung area from my house has opened up, and we're gonna head out there and we're gonna see what we get. Come along today. I'm excited. Let's go. Is that a bed frame I see sticking out from there? I think it is. And it is January 14th, 2023 for all you folks tuning in today. Beautiful day out today. Oh, you want to bury them, huh? Okay. What we got here? Looks like it's time to get rid of the bikes. Schwinn, and we got the Roadmaster. All right, to get up in there and put these in. Okay, I don't know, is this wood or metal? Oh, the metal, cool. An umbrella. Huh? I'm not sure what that is. Golf club carrier? Is that what that is? I'm not a golfer. We have a guy actively bringing stuff out. Okay, well, we got well, I don't need them. Alright, I always gotta go through these ceiling fan boxes because they always leave a few wires and some metal. Oh, these are some big old lights, aren't they? Good Lord. clean up here. We got us a hoverboard. Oh yeah, we got us a hoverboard. Always taking these hoverboards. Motors are right there in the wheels. Pretty cool. Never knew that. Let's see, about a thing. All right. Oh, speakers and wires, speakers and wires. All right. I can deal with that all day long. Oh yeah. What are those, light bulbs? No, don't need the light bulbs. But I'll take a speaker. Okay, we got a few piles on this street. We use our trick that we learned from everybody's good friend MTS. Bend it down. And now, what is this? That's metal. Something here, we'll grab that, sure. Okay, we got some TV here. I like this neighborhood. This one is productive. Got a little bit of wires here. Oh, look at that. Time for VHS tapes. That's funny. Yeah, but that's what it's for. VHS tapes. I like that. It's funny. This has a few things. The street is all full of piles. Jiminy Christmas. Let's see here. A little tripod. Get in there. Yeah. You know, a few hammer blows would do that, but I mean, look at this neighborhood. I'm not whacking anything with a hammer. Pile number 3. As we go for a walk. And I forgot my clippers, like a dummy. What does it say? Mr. Good Looking is cooking. That's what I'm saying. Do this here. Okay, let's get some cordage here. That ain't too big. Couple boxes there. There's of course down in the water. Of course. Well, all right, folks, here in Salvador, Arizona. I know a lot of you like the breakdown videos. So the other day I got a bunch of paper shredders, and some of them, as you can see, just get beefier and beefier. I mean, look at the size of the motor on that one. These things got motors in them. We'll see what the size motors are. These ones are smaller, but definitely good ones on these. So we're gonna pick these apart. That's a random ceiling fan I might grab, but we'll put it on high speed and we'll break these down and we'll see what all we get. All right, folks, here in Salvador, Arizona, let's do a wrap up. So here we start out with the steel shred. As you can see, this is some pretty beefy stuff. Yeah, it's greasy and yeah, whatever, but pretty beefy stuff, pretty heavy stuff for good steel shred. Got a good pack of wires here. Boards here. Well, this one's got a few transformers on it. Cast aluminum off the motors there, and the trash there. And let's focus on what we got here. Now, these are the motors. As you can see, they ain't playing around. They got some good motors in them. And these are copper. These ain't copper aluminum. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this, and let's get back to scrapping. Okay, and one last thing, folks, before we head out, let's not forget my buddy here, Junk and Grind. Got me this shirt here. Check out his channel, Junk and Grind. Sorry I got your shirt dirty, man. I'm gonna buy me another one. He gave me this one, but I'm gonna buy the next one. Okay. Oh, okay. Well, we got this here. No, I'm not putting this tetanus stuff in my side yard while I wait for the yard to open. We're right there on the corner, as I was about to turn. I seen it. Black and Decker something. Black and Decker, it's going with me. That's what it is. What is this? I've been wanting at home a rolling cart for my tools. For when I take things apart. I'm gonna take this. I am. For shredder there. I believe it just might be. Okay. There's that. And glad that broke in there. And there's what I'm talking about, folks. Furniture pickers. See what I'm saying? I love it. But man, they got it down. They're good. They're good at what they do. Oh, wire sticking out from that pile. So, oh, this is an old like inflatable mattress. All right. Alrighty. Okay, light fixture. And oh, a little oven range. Looks like. Yeah, flat top oven range. I'll dish with that. Why not? We'll grab this stuff, sure. Oh, okay. Laying flat. Good, good, good. Folks, here in Scavenging, Arizona. Here we go down the old gravel road again, down to the shooting spot. Steel shell casings today, along with hopefully some brass and some other scraps. So come along, let's get out to the desert here and check out this Arizona beauty and get some scraps. Well, all right, folks, here in Scavenging, Arizona, here we are at the shooting spot, and let's see what we're working with today. Today we have the Steel Destroyer 2000. We have the metal roller, the magnet roller that we found just last week. And we have the old standby here. This thing I made years ago with an old Harbor Freight magnet. It's probably picked up thousands of pounds of metal over the years. And we're going to scrap this area right here. Now, it is January in Arizona, and it is quite beautiful out here. And as you can see, got the shorts on. It is very nice. And if you're freezing where you're at, I feel for you. But let's go see what we got. Whenever you go for steel, you're going to find brass, which we're finding. A little bit of 9mm here. And I'm betting you 10 to 1 that as we go through this pile, I already see it, we're going to find some brass. Yeah, I'm already seeing some. So let's get cracking on that. Let's get the steel. We're all right, folks, here in Scavenging, Arizona. I stand corrected. Boy, do I stand corrected. I thought I could take on that pile with just this one little thing here, but no. This thing here is the winner overall, hands down, I'm telling you. But look at this. It's a full bucket of steel case. That's about 65 pounds of HMS right there. One pile. I could easily hit all these and fill up about God knows how many more. So, like I always say, if you go for steel, you will get brass. There you go. So I'm going to show you what I'm talking about here, folks, how this stuff mixes in with the ground. I mean, when you look, take a casual look here, you see, okay, there's some bushes and whatnot have you. But then as you get closer, I mean, you really start to see just how much there are in the ground. They're everywhere. I mean, mixed into every bush and every rock and every crevice. It's everywhere. And it's been a few months since I've been out here, as you can tell. I've had this place literally cleaned before. Obviously, I love it, but I have no problem with this, by the way. Keep it coming. Keep it coming. But I just want to show you how crazy it is. It's just nuts how much gets shot out here. It really is amazing. Let's hit another spot. Oh, there's a brass. Let's grab that. Well, would you just look at how tall the 5.56 and the 7.62 has gotten in the yard. I think we need to mow this. This is just getting out of hand. Let's get to mowing. Yep, these are going to make a good combination. I like this. This is going to be good. Let's not forget, another benefit of coming out here is as I mentioned before, some of my other videos, finding live rounds. Now, as I mentioned before, some people will think, wow, that's been on the ground. Why would you shoot? You would shoot that? Yes. No primer dent, no deformation. A lot of times what happens is people, you know, they mix up with the gun, a live round goes flying, they forget to pick it up, and there it is. One of these days I'll show you all the ones I found out here, because I've collected them. It's quite the pile, so tune in for another video and we'll see that. Some of these roads you got to get way back in on to get to some of these here. And that's what you get when you go too fast over the bumps. Alright folks, let's do a wrap up of our quick run out to the desert here. Wanted to see what this magnet roller could do. Impressed. Definitely impressed. Definitely impressed. And let's move on to what we got today. My gosh. This big old thing here and some in there. It's been on my hip this whole time and you might have seen it. I'll show you what it is. Okay folks, what you saw there, as like I said, I don't get political here, but one thing I will say is that I am not a proponent of gun control, and an armed society is a polite society. And that's from a 24-year cop. So, what we have here is what was issued to me in 1997. This is a Glock 22, 40 caliber. Now, my people might say 40 caliber, what? In 1997, this 40 caliber was all the rage. Gen 2, no finger grooves there. Oh yeah. And thanks to good old Mr. Clinton, you can see there it says restricted law enforcement and government use only. That, folks, is what gun control looks like. That was part of the Gun Control Act of 1994 to 2004, which sunsetted thankfully in 2004. But since I was started in 97, I had to get letterhead from my department in order to get this thing you see right here, this horrible thing. Oh my gosh. Like I said, this is what I carried this gun for 20 years, as you can see by the holster wear on it. I carried this all, I did 24, but on my 20th, on the last day of my 20th year, I retired this gun and went to a Glock 17C Gen 3 compensated on the top. But this was my work gun, and as you can see, it's been definitely used over the years. This had 20 years of service. Our department has a policy where at the end of your career, you can buy this for $1. I had to write a check for $1, and they cashed it. I thought it was symbolic. Like, you know, yeah, you got to do it. No, they cashed it. That was funny. But anyways, this was my work gun here. And like I said, I'm not going to be out here by myself with all these people out here with guns. No way. I'm not going to do it. So anyways, I wanted to show you this. I'm very proud of this thing. This will go to my children, grandchildren, and let's get back to scrapping. Added bonus with the scrapping out here is firewood. Not only am I looking through this pile for scraps, grabbing me some wood. You know, I was at Walmart the other day. They wanted like 10 bucks for 6 pieces of like pine. The good stuff here. This stuff burns a long time. So yeah, the Chief Smokehouse. Ah, didn't see that. I'm gonna get part of this. All right, folks, we got a nice quiet spot here. Let's do a PD story time. Yes, PD story time again. And today we're going to talk about the body cam, the police body cam. Now, mine was first issued to me back in May of 2016. I was one of the last groups to get them. They rolled them out in stages. And technically my retire date was in 2017, so I only really had to have the camera for about 6 months. Now, my first thoughts. Now, you might think from... this might sound weird coming from a man who's currently wearing a camera on his head, but my thoughts on it were not good at first because of the trust issue. Because now, granted, I'm a 19-year officer at this point, and when you're in the academy and when you're in police work, and these are my feelings, okay, and this is how my experience as a police work was. If you lied, you're gone. That was it. You could screw up. You could do a lot of things, okay, and not hurt people, not do stuff, but you could procedurally screw up things. You could forget something, and as long as you didn't lie about it, you're fine. But once you lied about it, even if you wrote the wrong date on an evidence tag and they asked you and you lie, you're gone. If you're in the academy and you lie about littering, you're gone. Okay, so with that type of hyperness of honesty, to tell me, okay, well now put this camera on because we don't believe you. That's kind of how it made me feel. Okay, I understand the reasoning behind it, don't get me wrong, but that was my initial thoughts on that. I do believe it does help. Yes, absolutely. I think a lot of professions should wear body cams nowadays. But you know what? That's where we are nowadays. Now, unfortunately, that's just a product of where we are, so that's where it is. Basically, how did it work? I'll throw in a picture of the camera I was issued. I'll zoom in on one of my uniforms and show it to you. It's since been updated to a different type. Still looks the same, but basically there were whole racks of cameras that were downloading stations, and then you would come in and yours was specified to you. It said your call sign 1Paul61, and you'd plug it in, and then at the front of the day you'd grab it out, and then there was a little mounting system. I don't know if you can see it, how Mr. Scrappy has his little chest rig right there. Well, with ours it was a magnet, and you'd kind of like, it would say, you'd push it up to that, twist it, and it would lock in, and from there it would go. And now, here's one thing about the cam. The difference between the camera on my head and the camera that it was on, and the body cam, no editing. No, sir. No. You don't edit that stuff. You can't pull videos off the cam. And once they're downloaded, every viewing of them is tracked. Who, what, where, when, why, everything. They know who did it. Now, you can view a video prior to downloading it, okay? That is one thing you can do, but that's the only time you can see it, and you can't, when you're viewing it, you can't manipulate it, you can't anything. This is totally out of your hands. One funny one too, it does come with it'll either beep every few, I think 30 seconds, or you can turn it to a buzz. And I always left my beep on, that way I knew I was rolling, because last thing you want to do is be, talking to someone or going to the bathroom or something, and the next thing you hear, beep, beep. So yeah, so I wore the body cam from 2016 until I retired in 2021. And the policy was basically whenever you had contact with somebody, you had to turn it on. If you did a vehicle stop, if you went on a call, anything. The only times you didn't is if like somebody just walked up to you or asked a question or whatever. But if you were doing an enforcement contact, you had to push it and you had to turn it on. It all had to be recorded. So for the last 5-6 years of my career, that's what I had. Interesting story we'll end with here, that I got to view this video before turning it in. Right, a few months before I retired, I had a guy who, I don't know, there was a domestic argument, and they were just walking down the street. I contact them and I say, hey, what's going on? Oh, we're just arguing, and then it was going okay, I guess, and all of a sudden, out of the blue, the dude pulls a knife, and he says, hey man, get back up, and then he tells me his hands are licensed and registered. And this kid was like, I don't know, 18, 19. That's an old phrase. Who says that anymore? I don't know, it was weird. And he pulls out this knife and he's like, come on, man. I'm like, what's going on here? It was the craziest video I ever watched, and I can't watch it anymore. It's been uploaded. What got him to give up was the canine showed up. Mr. Big Bad with a knife. Once the doggy showed up and jumped out and started barking at him and going towards him, he dropped that knife like a hot rock and gave up. So we'll end it with that, and PD story time. Let's move on. Cordages here. Very good. Very good. Oh my God. Ooh, wow. You don't see this very often now, do you? Huh. We'll go through this in a little bit. That's an old one. What video's in there? Shawshank Redemption? Oh, a man after my own heart. Literally my favorite movie of all time, and it's sitting here in this. That's funny. Oh, I'm taking every bit of this. Some good ceiling fans. All right. That's heavy, man. Oh, some good boards. They took the boards out for me. Yeah. Another ceiling fan. Yeah. Got us Arizona special right there. Do what you know you got to do, Steve-O. There we go. All right. Oh, wait. It's aluminum, huh? House clean down here, so anything plumbing related we'll take. All right. Oh, looks like we got us the trampoline on the curb. And yes, I agree with you, Mr. Junk and Grind. These do take forever to load up. It does feel like you're grabbing metal for an hour. He's out of Baltimore. I never knew Baltimore folks had an accent. And when I heard Mr. Junk and Grind talking, that's when I heard it. Like, oh yeah, there it is. I've never heard it before. 2 ceiling fans, big ones, yikes. But heck yeah, on the ceiling fans, that's what, number 4? Number 4. And we'll get a little lights out of these, why not? Martinsian Momenta. Arizona Special there hanging out on the curb. There. Push the little button, out that goes. What is this? Oh, they robbed it. Don't rob it of the rest of it. Let's see. Let's get her going, man. The Arizona Specials. Okay, this one is a unscrew one. Start undoing. The steel pile is hot today. Give me you, please. Okay. Let's see what we got here. Tangle steel. You told yourself no, Steve. You told yourself no. Okay. Kitty toys. Let's see if my little man would want any one of these. My little man is now 1 year old. 1 year old. What? Yeah, just going for my little man. And Levi, if you're listening to this in the future, I love you, man. Papa always has, and Papa always will. Well, all right, folks, here in Scavenging, Arizona, let's wrap this day up here. All right, we got a good load today, good amount. Filled up the truck. Real good. Lot of steel today. Whole bunch of steel today. But we also got about 4 ceiling fans. Got the old VHS recorder right there with my Shawshank Redemption VHS in there. God damn right. Love me some Andy Dufresne. Bikes, all kind of wires, all kind of good stuff. Thanks for tuning in today, folks. Hope you enjoyed the desert scrapping. Let me know if you like that stuff. And tune in next week. Thank you again, folks. We're closing in real close to 700. We're getting there. We're getting there. Let's keep it up, man. Keep it up. And you know, I don't ask for this much, but hey, give us a like and please subscribe. Thanks a lot, folks. See you later.